Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another weekly update. Hope everybody's having a lovely start to their weekend. And with that being said, let's get into the weekly update. Guys, we got some exciting stuff, all right? It's, I'm just going to say right now, all right? I'm going to say some things in this video that, maybe some people will not agree with, but I'm just going to start the video off by saying, guys, I'm 100% just looking at the charts like I do every other week here. We have been pretty spot on, all right, with these weekly updates for a very long time, like a very, very long time. I am strictly taking an objective look at this chart, and I don't want to just be looked at as a perma bull or a perma bear. I don't want to be a bear or a bull. Just realize I am 100% just reading the chart, and guys, we have the hammer candlestick on the freaking weekly time frame. What is going on? What is going on? Guys, I am just going to point out that you now have a 5-week-long range. You're riding up this 9 EMA right here. You now, we're not going to call this one a hammer, but I am going to say this is not a bearish candlestick. People could call this a hangman candlestick. I'm going to literally just say, hey, you pulled back to the 9 EMA. You're still consolidating. You now have a 5-week-long range. What happens if you break up from the 5-week-long range? The thing has another leg up. The thing does this. The thing does this. The thing does this. All right? It could have some potential. All right? We spoke about the blow off top a few weeks back. And then, all right, started falling, and I was like, oh crap, maybe it doesn't look so like, and then we had it. All right, and I'm not saying this was the well, I'm not going to say we had it, because this, in all honesty, what I was referencing as a blow off top is what you had over here, where you really just boom. All right, and this is what I was saying. You have this range building out right now in QQQ. Well, what happens if you end up actually getting above it? You're going to have any short that took a position in that range underwater. They're going to close. They're going to be like, holy crap. Oh my God, I was wrong. And then boom, no, a week later, they actually are more right than they actually could have imagined. And the thing tanks. All right, that's the blow off top, like psychology. That is what goes on in the blow off top. All right, the people who are short on blow off tops, all right, they're like, crap. The blow off top is used to then make these people panic sell those positions, and then boom, maybe they had some time, and then boom, they would have made some money on those positions, or if they were just willing to sit in the drawdown. That is the psychology behind a blow off top. We do not have that. All right, we don't have that. What we do definitely have though is if we come over here, we take off the or we put on the drawings, take off the thing that was blocking the drawings, because we got like the same exact thing going on from over here. I told you in the last video, yesterday was the last video, but the video before that, guys, I said, I gave two scenarios. Either we're going to go slightly lower into our demand zones, which you come over here to the hourly time frame, guys. I'll just point out where we were looking at right down here. All right. 508.12 up to 510. That was, downside. That was what I was looking at. All right. And then you're probably going to get a sick, nasty bounce from there. Or the other scenario was we're going to do exactly what we did before this, where you literally just recover after this massive red day that came out of nowhere. And again, guys, this is not something that you could, yes, we could say this looks like distribution, but you can't really tell me that there was something telling you that this was going to happen. There was not. All right, there's not. So anybody who wants to claim that, oh, I saw it coming from the chart. No, you didn't. The charts are not suggesting that. We literally broke out to new high and respected the retest. And then this happened. And then you gap up and you were $1 within the all-time high, expecting it to, guys, come on. Let's be completely real. You did not have a bearish look. Anybody who was betting bearishly, you were just doing so off of hopium at that point. Hey, maybe you're seeing stuff I'm not seeing. So I'm not going to, not going to throw that. I don't mean to disrespect anyone out there. We literally all are just looking at charts, and we all have our own, opinions based off these charts. All I do here on this channel is share mine. All right, there is that. So I am sorry. I never mean to disrespect anybody and anybody's views. So there is that. All right, but at least from what I was seeing, guys, there's nothing telling us to be bearish on this. Now, on the daily time frame, we may have something that is telling us to be, just a little cautious here, right? I told you right over here, I didn't like how the only thing I did not like about this break and retest was you were getting rejected across the board. Not just on this, we had just a lot of names. Boom. Yep, that is not that. All right, you come over here. All right, you had that going on. Now, I understand that doesn't look like a bad look. That actually looks very freaking sexy. And I did tell you guys about this trend line. I told you this is where I was planning on playing it. And why is the trend line off? Because I made it with extended hours. All right, guys. So you did end up respecting that. But guess what? All right, we're going to have to see what happens here. That was the bounce we're looking for. I can't tell you if we're going to break up to a new high. I was just telling you guys, golden pocket, trend line test. The 4-hour RSI is going to be the same spot that you've been bouncing, for a very long time now. It's been like 3 months. So there's that. So that's all I was pointing out. And there's that. But as far as that daily 9 EMA goes, guys, we had like everything just getting rejected underneath there. But then you gapped up the next day. So it was like, okay. And then you got IWM sitting right down here at the bottom trend line of this massive falling wedge here, with the golden pocket looking so pretty right underneath. There's that. All right, guys. But as of right now, I'm still going to take this neutral stance. I'm going to point out where I think we are going next week. Okay. So, like, I guess it's kind of not the neutral stance, but I really don't want to be just getting called a perma bull when I see a freaking hammer candlestick touch the 9 EMA. We got the same exact thing going on here, same thing going on here, same thing going on here. Like, it doesn't look terrible. You can think it looks terrible, and I ask you to explain why you think it looks so bad in the comment section. All right, I would love to hear it. Yes. All right. But SPY, guys, you literally do have this hammer candlestick. You did not reach the 9, but what did you do? You had buyers stepping up in the golden pocket, and then you came, boom. And you literally got bought up into the next golden pocket from that one. All right, guys, it doesn't get much cleaner than this. You broke down from this trend line. You back tested it. It was in the golden pocket. Guys, until this 521.50 area is surpassed, 521.50 level, until that's surpassed, guess what? You're expecting sellers to be here. That's why I say neutral stance. All right? Because in reality, yeah, I do think we go higher this week. I do. All right? I am just going to state this is a bullish weekly candlestick. It's not bearish. You had increasing volume on the week. All right? They had me going. All right? IWM looks absolutely like crap. You have the bearish engulfing candlestick. You're in the falling wedge, or not falling wedge, rising wedge. Maybe that's going to be you're not going to be in the gold mine telling us what comes next. All right. You got DI also not looking the best, but you're right here at the 9 EMA with a lower wick. All right. I don't think it looks too bad. I really don't. Could look bad. All right. I really don't think it looks all that bad. All right. Especially not this guy. This guy's looking insane. Insane. What the heck? You really saw it completely soak this whole candlestick. All right. It completely, this whole wick. This is such a bearish look. And what happened? You literally closed up at the high. Like, yeah, you have a small upper wick there. But guys, this is, be bullish on them dips over here on Mr. Meta. It's not looking bad at all. And quite frankly, you had your cool off. What if that's just a cool off like this and this thing's about to just keep going? I don't know. All I am going to say is you guys just had a long range here. All right. You had excluding this, but in reality, this is kind of all, this is consolidation, but we're just going to say right here. Okay. You have 5 bars of consolidation. Well, it's 4, and then you're breaking out on this one. But, I'm still not going to say this is a strong looking break or anything like that. It does look like it's going higher, though. All right. Next thing we're going to discuss, VIX. All right. VIX is bouncing at the top of the range. We're actually going to bring you down there. All right. And I'm actually going to bring you right there. Perfect. Picture perfect. I like that. I like having those wicks in there. All right. So it is breaking, retesting off the top of the range. All right. It is cooling off. But what this does tell me is, hey, if we see that move down, guys, we see it to start the week off. You start the week off with the move down. We're talking Monday, Tuesday. VIX is still going to be up here. VIX is going to spike. The daily RSI is going to get above 70. And I'm going to tell you, it's not going to stay up there unless you're crashing. And the odds of you crashing ain't it. It ain't it. I literally manually went over this with you in the last video. Or the video before that. I think it was the video before that. So Thursday's vid. And guess what? We counted like 21 occurrences here. And there are 3 occurrences out of those 21 occurrences where it took 6 to 7 trading sessions to get down. So a whole week to come down. And those spots were right here. No, it's not there. That's your crash, right? Right here, and right here, I want to say. And guess what, guys? Guess what? Every other single time within 2 trading sessions, you did end up seeing this thing. Oh, 2 to 3, I think, if I'm just going to be completely honest there. 2 to 3 trading sessions, you ended up cooling off. Okay, you cooled off. I actually got one of those wrong, all right? Because that was definitely one of them. I don't know. All right, go back to the video if you want to watch it. But honestly, I give these daily updates every day. You don't have to go back and watch anything. I will continuously provide you with new information. You are all good. All right. And guys, if you ever just, have a question, ask in the comments, guys. I don't see other channels answering every single comment and stuff. Well, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't really go on and look at other channels at this point. But I imagine, not everyone is sitting there answering every comment. So guys, 100%, you have access. If you guys have a question, I would be glad to answer that question. All right, there you go. But yeah, Monday, Tuesday, if you sell on SPY, then guess what? VIX is probably going to spike a little higher from here. And at that point, I am going to be saying, hey, all right, I think we're putting in a bottom on the indices, because VIX getting up here typically marks our bottoms on the indices. All right, or at least for your bounces, and then boom. All right, so we're going to be looking for a bounce. And that does tell me to be bullish down here in the zone I was already going to be bullish in. If you completely sell down, because you rejected off of this. So guys, until 521.50 is taken out, you are definitely expecting sellers to step in right here, just like we were on this bounce. We were just expecting sellers to step in right here. Golden pocket, baby. Golden pocket. All right. And your trend line. So that's just a little bit of confluence for you. But guess what? You break above here, look for the high to be taken out. If you can't get above 521.50, then guys, then you're not looking for, this thing to continue higher. You're looking for the pullback, so you maybe can buy that pullback. Okay? Let's say you bought this. You profit taken here. All right? Now you're just sitting on your freaking hands. Just sit on the freaking hands. You don't got to do anything. You don't have to do anything. But it's speaking, just as a SPY trader, let's just talk about it, okay? You're sitting on your hands right here because, yeah, you do know you could sell down, but you also know that, like, hey, what is this? Look at that weekly candlestick. Or maybe you do. Maybe you do want to, put on a short right there in the golden pocket. Use the 0.786 fib as your break. Not your break, your stop. All right? And then you're targeting down there. Now, you're short in here. You look for profits right here. 515.50. Guys, if you catch this, it's a decent move. You're playing with, let's say, you got a week on your expiration. You're buying Friday. All right? You're buying on Monday. You're buying the puts for Friday. Well, you probably just got a 70. Yeah, if I had to guess, 70% move right there. We're just going to say 70 to 100%. But yeah, probably around the 70%. All right. That's decent. There you go. There's your trade idea on SPY for the week. Guess what? All right. If you come down here, if you were to, let me put that back on. I'm sorry. We have so many golden pockets here. I'm so sorry. All right. If you break right here, 514.50. And that's if this really is the high. If you pick up above here, guys, you got to change that golden pocket. You then, like, let's say price comes up here, you would literally just go like that. Okay, that would be that. But as of right now, you break underneath this golden pocket, 514.50. And guys, we're probably taking out this low. If you take out the low, you're probably just coming straight down here. All right, you're probably coming down here. I'm going to look for the 15-minute bullish divergence to be present there. And then we're looking for that. All right, and this is the tradable move. This is, okay? That's why I say, hey, if you were long and you bought that dip, maybe you want to take some profits. So if I'm strictly speaking of SPY right here, all right? Do what you want. I don't care. All right? I don't care. But, if you're long here, golden pocket where you expect sellers, now you're ready. Because now you can take advantage of that. If you see it, you buy it. All right? Or now, if you want to ride this thing, you get above here, then guess what? In the short term, you're probably going higher. So that's why I say, hey, take some profits, sit on your hands. Do what you want. So, no financial advice. Don't listen to me. Just my thoughts going into the week over here in SPY, though, guys. All right. In the end, yeah, if we dip, I'm looking for the dip to be bought. Please don't call me a perma bull. In reality, I am literally just reading a chart, and I have had insane accuracy. So I definitely do not appreciate just being looked at as a perma bull. All right, guys. When we get pullbacks, I typically call these pullbacks. All right. You guys see anything right here? You guys see anything that just popped up and then you sold? 15-minute bearish divergence. All right. QQQ, I don't think you had it over here. I think you only had it over there in SPY. All right. But guys, I'm just saying. I don't I don't agree with the whole perma bull title. I really do not, because quite frankly, if I see things that'll get me bearish, I'll be like, and I don't want to say just bearish or bullish. I want to say if I see something that suggests the stock price is going to be moving down, I'm going to say something about the stock price moving down. If I see it, okay, if I see a pullback into a specific zone that I would like to buy, I will say I'm bullish on the dip because I expect buyers to come in at that zone. All right. You guys want to see how you literally found buyers in the golden pocket? All right. Was I a perma bull to say bullish on this dip, buying in the golden pocket? No. All right. I don't look at it that way. Maybe you guys look at it different. All right. Sharing some thoughts. All right. All right. Going on to QQQ. We've talked about SPY. Going on to QQQ. You're watching 44450. If you could break above 44450, be watching for 44690, which we're just going to call it 447. At that point, I already shared my thoughts in the previous video, but I do think you're just going to push up to the high. And like I just said on the weekly time frame in the beginning of the video, guys, we have this range here. You're building out your range. You could break down from the range, but just like you did that and then went a little bit higher, right? I think we literally could be doing that exact same thing, and we could be going a little bit higher. You still have not hit 450. You've got within 70 cents of 450. You have not hit 450, all right? So let's see if we can hit 450 this week. That's that. All right. Now let's say, again, you sell on Monday, Tuesday, QQQ, you're watching right here. You're watching the zone right over here. All right. On this pullback, I'll show you everything I'm watching. All right. Now, ultimately, if we really do get an aggressive sell to start the week, then yeah, we're going to be looking for down here. But let's just say it happens intraday. Will you break 43690? What are we going to be looking for? You were looking for this level down here around 435 to be tested, but by the time you're down there, guys, you're probably just going to come all the way down here in this demand zone. And at that point, that is where I think you get bought up from. All right. Call me a perma bull all you want. If you come down here, bullish on the dip. All right. Guess what? I was bearish on the push into the golden pocket. Oh, my perma bear? No. Maybe that makes, I don't know. I will definitely say I've had a very bullish bias. I have every dip. I have been the guy telling you guys to like, oh guys, it's not going to happen yet. Buy the dip. But in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is, this is adding to my case. All right. This is like, oh, Henry was right. But no, it just makes me look like a perma bull, I guess, because I'm bullish on every dip. No, I just see things. I'll say things. All right. Just like we come over here to NVIDIA. So we've discussed the indices at this point in time. I do think we are going higher. All right, just going off of the weekly chart there. Guess what? 4-hour RSI is oversold. You could continue dying and falling off a cliff, but if you fall off a cliff and you really do see this, I don't think you're going to see this level, but if you do somehow see this level, guys, that is your most massive buying opportunity that you've had in years. Not years, but you guys can see what I'm saying. It would be so clear as day to me, is what I'm saying. All right. It's so clear as day. I remember calling this. And I told people I thought they were short in the hole because you're coming down into the bottom of your trading range here. You're literally doing that. And you had the bullish store. I remember people telling people that I thought you were about to short the hole. No financial advice, but I'm pretty sure you're about to short the hole. I don't think you should be doing it. Well, if you come down here, I'm going to be that confident on this bad boy. All right. And you've kind of died. I'm looking for a really big move if we could come all the way down. I like it. We're talking, hey, let's get that 100 move. Let's catch that thing. But yeah, guys, let me just point out what's on the chart. 4-hour RSI is literally the same spot. You mark all these are the bottoms. Does not have to be the case. You can get a pop like that and a drop, and you could put in your divergence. You could do that. All right, you could. To me, it doesn't look like how that's shaping up right now. It really does not. It's looking like you want it to just die, and then it's probably going to spring back pretty quick. All right, and then you come over here to AMD. All right, and this is something that I don't even want to freaking try and take advantage of because, quite frankly, last time I thought it was a pretty big, I was like, boom, oh, I'm a genius. And then I was like, oh, we're about to run it back. And we did not even freaking get close to running it back. No, AMD, net loss. There you go. But guess what? All right, guess what? This really does not look all that bad. Again, why am I saying that, guys? This thing has been so far beaten down. You can do this where you just boom, 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 boom. But guys, if you see the daily RSI get down to where it is, this is where you just bounce. All right. It doesn't have to be, you can go lower, but you're going to get that bounce from here. What happens if you are in your demand zone, seeing this oversold condition? Somewhere in here, big range there. I think you're probably going to get a bounce all the way back up here. And at that point, doesn't matter where you hiccups, talking too fast. Boom. Sorry about that. But yeah, at that point, it doesn't really matter where you're buying in the range. You're making some coin. All right. So definitely going to put it on your radar. I understand this, dip buy over here literally just did not work. All right. It made it look like it was working for a little bit every single time. And then it just kept dying or trading flat and So there's that. All right. And then you have Mr. MU and it did this. then you have this. That is a massive move. That is an absolute massive move right there. Honestly, it's super big props to anybody who caught that move. All right. And then we're going to talk a little bit about meta. All right. I already gave my thoughts on this one, guys. Bullish on these dips. This is the strong name right now. I think this thing is going higher. Here's your breakout name of the week. Your big breakout name of the week. You guys want to see some other things? Well, Goog had a breakout at one point. All right. Apple has not had a breakout. I'm just putting that one out there. You come over here to Microsoft. What happens when you break out? All right. You're probably going a little higher. Maybe you're going to dance around the range after breaking out. Now, guys, you're probably going higher. Come over here and you really just put on a breakout zone. Guess what? This is a break and retest. And you held the golden pocket coming from here to here. And you held your trend line. This looks sexy to me. All right. It looks like it's going higher. Watch it. Boom, boom, boom. Range. Watch it. All righty. So I don't have too many individual tickers I really want to discuss. Disney. You are finding buyers right now. Right here on this zone. All right. Where you broke out from. That is not where I like it. Where I would much more like it is all the way down here at 113. All right. 113.50 if you see it. This is where you very clearly struggled. All right. You very clearly had the sellers. And then guess what? They got ran over. So if you come back down, I am looking for buy orders to be sitting right around this 113.50 level. There's a trade idea for going into the week. TCL, I told you on this day right here, we're going to be watching this thing now that the daily RSI is getting down to the same exact spot it bounced last time. And it can keep dying. But I don't think this is the most bearish looking chart right here. What I will point out is you literally found sellers in the golden pocket. All right. Like, guys, it's too picture perfect, like too often. It's a thing. It's a thing. Use it. It's a thing. All right. But yeah, quite frankly, guys, this does not look terrible to me. Cup, handle. What happens if you bounce back from here and take out the high? You probably push this higher, right? Am I saying that's going to happen right now? No. All right. But I am going to tell you right here, it's probably going to be getting buyers in between here, where it is right now, and this level down here, 1450. So that's that. That is that, guys. That is that. All right. We're going to talk a little bit about Mr. Amazon. Does this chart look bearish to you? No. Again, don't call me a permabull just because I am showing you that, oh, the chart does not look bearish. It probably goes higher. It probably goes higher. We just talked about Meta breaking out. I think Amazon is about to do the same thing, and I think things can get pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right, so let's see what happens. Let's see. It really does not look bad at all. All right, this monthly chart, the weekly chart, insane looking. It's busting up. And we don't act like we didn't tell you about it down here. Did I play it? No. All right. But don't act like we didn't talk about this break and retest going on down here. Saying it's very likely pushing up to that all-time high zone. And then it's going to break up from there. You know damn right. IBM. All right. Weekly 9 EMA test going right here. Same thing you had here. Well, it's happening right here this week. You come over here to the daily time frame. You are finding buyers continuously right here. Breakout zone. And your golden pocket after this falling wedge breakout. I am just saying, you very clearly could see a battle is going on right here. I'm not saying it's evident that you're going to start just springing up from here, but we've seen boom boom candlesticks come out of nowhere before. You could see them come out of nowhere again. And guess where the spot is to be watching for those boom boom candlesticks to come out of nowhere again? It's right here. All right, so if you do catch a bid from here, guys, it probably is going to have a full scale move to the upside. And then you probably, yes, probably do come up into this 202.50 to 206 zone right up there. Boom, bop, bing, boo, pow, baby. That's where we're watching. All right. Not one I'm a fan of. All right. But you do have the bullish divergence. You have a triple bullish divergence going on in your daily RSI. You're finding buyers at your gap fill. Where I really like this thing, I'm going to move this alert because you never ended up getting your breakout. All right. I really like it down here. All right. If you come down, you know, $56 down here, that is going to be your demand zone. I think you probably do get a strong bounce from there. All right. So we'll be watching that bad boy right there. Right there, man. Right there. Last one I'm going to point out. Actually, ticker I was seeing something on. I could have swore I saw something different than this. There's another China ticker. Or I'm not going to try and find it right now. All right. There's but look at this. Who wants to touch China? Guys, don't touch China. Don't even, if I show you a bullish China setup, just be like, nah, China's a piece of poop right now. Let's not touch the garbage. Like straight up. You guys want to see something? What the heck is this? What the heck is this? This thing just kept dying. So yeah, guys. Team USA all the way. I was telling someone, literally yesterday, I was telling my friend, and guess what, guys? I honestly do feel, I'd be feeling patriotic from time to time. I wear American socks every week. I got 2 pairs of these nice American dress socks. They got little stars on them with the American flag there. Oh, what did I do to my keyboard? There it is. We're back. We're back, baby. We're back. All right. But yeah, guys, stick to them American stonks. Why? Because Team USA will probably just keep going throughout our lifetime. You could see one massive correction, but it's probably going to get bought up to a new high. Whereas, you know, Team China just typically doesn't like to do so. Okay? That's something we'll talk about. Tesla, guys. Before we go, this is actually one that I would like to point out. In between, I already pointed out, but now, like, you came back down. All right? So you came back down. Yes, you have this massive falling wedge going on here, and boom. You changed your trend line, and wow, this looks so sexy. Holy jeez. I've been burned too many times on Mr. Tessie. I've been burned way too many times on Mr. Tessie. I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is this looks like an extremely bullish reversal just waiting to happen. In between 152 and 160. I think this thing does get bought up. I think we see this quadruple bullish divergence start to play out. And I think you might actually get some boom boom candlesticks finally. And you might actually see something like this. So that's the potential move. If you were trying to buy right here, this is what I potentially see on the table. Not potentially, this is what I see on the table. All right, that is a potential move that could go on. Could go down. All right. Now what happens if you get to buy the bottom of this trend line? Now it's an even bigger move. Buy right here. Still not too shabby. All right. With that being said, I will catch y'all in the next one. Everybody have a lovely rest of your weekend, and peace.